More White Sox talk, Jake. I feel like we talk about them every episode,
Yes.
but they keep doing things. They keep making news. The White Sox have reached a long-term agreement with center field prospect Luis Robert. This is not the first time they've given a long-term deal to one, prospect Luis Robert, and two, a guy in their system has never played in the major leagues before. So that's White Sox are doing their own thing. The deal is $50 million in guaranteed money over 6 years. This guy hasn't played in the MLB yet. It features 2 club options, meaning the max he can get is 88 over 8 years. It's record-setting for a player who hasn't debuted in the majors, and it's the second contract he's signed with the White Sox because he was a Cuban international player, and they signed him for $26 million a couple months into 2017 season to even get him into their system. He's been raking in AAA, having his way with the minors, and now he gets a potentially an 8-year deal before even swinging a bat. Very interesting, but they did it with Eloy Jimenez, and I mean, it helps them out. It's team friendly in a way because, well, no, they are taking a big risk, but they can play him right away. There's no service time manipulation. It's super good for this dude. If you're this guy, I'd sign this contract in a heartbeat. And they don't have to do arbitration. They skip all the shitty parts of a team player relationship, and they just say, "Hey, we just want you to play ball for us, and we want to pay you to do so." But hasn't played yet.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of hot takes early on as people get their eyes on Luis Robert for the first time. It would be really nice for him to get off to a hot start.
Yeah.
But yeah, he owes Eloy Jimenez and he owes Pete Alonso a nice little high five when he runs into him because those guys kind of set the tone and they lived up to their early contracts so far, which has been good. And yeah, man, I mean this has been everything we've been saying about the White Sox. I mean, they've gone out and they want to compete. And this turned into one of the final questions for the White Sox. It was, are they going to hold back Luis Robert to start the season and then bring him up? There was rumors the day before he signed the contract that he was in trade talks for Nolan Arenado for the Rockies. So when he signed this was kind of the White Sox keeping the noise out. It would have been a question all spring training. Even like the Arenado stuff probably would have gone till spring training. They keep out that noise. They keep out the service time noise. And the dude's supposedly a stud. I think he's like a top 5 prospect on some rankings. I'm interested to see him. I know you're rightfully skeptic of prospects until they play at the major league level because this is a sport that you need to have that mentality. I'm interested, man, as the technology gets better. I mean, can we start projecting these guys more? Are we going to do these types of contracts until someone does fall on their face and then what happens? But good for the White Sox and better for Luis Robert. And what were you doing, Ozzie Albies and Acuna, with your guys' contracts?
Yeah, man, those are tough. No, I like this by the White Sox. Like I said, they need to go all in. And I also, I am overtly skeptical of prospects as a person. Like I'm just cynical in that way. But if the White Sox believe in him, what this contract does guarantees that they give him a shot. Like they're not going to like give him a cup of coffee and then be like, nah, never mind. We're going to trade you or pass on you. This dude's going to get a full shot to be the best he can be. And that's pretty cool. Good job. The White Sox are done, dude. They set. They got Eloy in left. They got this dude, Luis Robertson, center. Mazzara in right. They got Moncada at third. Anderson at short. Garcia at second. Abreu at first. Edwin at DH. Like, they're good to go. They're ready for spring. They got Giolito, Keuchel, Gonzalez, Lopez. Who else do they have that can round out their rotation?
Kopech should be coming back.
Kopech.
Dylan Cease.
Carlos Rodon. So if you're a White Sox fan, I mean, the rest of your January is going to be fucking boring because you're done.
They're gonna make up rumors. They're gonna pretend they're still on Nolan Arenado or something like that.
But do they have
Jim,
room to go? Do they have room to go get a reliever? Do they need relievers?
What team doesn't have room for a reliever? You know what I'm saying? Jim, what about this though? And this is the risk that has been run. This is the risk that's being run that kind of hasn't happened with one of these guys yet. Yoan Moncada, his teammate, got traded. The Chris Sale trade, big time prospect. Moncada's first 211 games, so like a season and a half, he had a 234 batting average, a 319 on base, a 719 OPS, and he led the league in strikeouts one season. Last year, 2019, Moncada goes beast mode. I mean, he has a 915 OPS, 315 batting average. He's great. He's the Moncada that people thought he was. But he didn't get crazy pressure on him because he didn't sign an $88 million contract. So it's going to be interesting to see, Luis Robert, how ready he is. Because if he has the first 2 seasons Moncada had, White Sox people are going to be down his throat.
They're also not rebuilding anymore. Like Moncada, Yoan had that. We're like, there's no urgency to win now anyway, so figure it out. This dude's being dipped into a big contract and a team that wants to win immediately. So yeah, fans might have a little less patience. But if you're White Sox fans, be happy. This is a nice squad that your team has went out and put together. I like it.